is clear.
Okay. You've cleared it and checked it?
I just said yes.
Okay. That's going to be the Black Forge 5.56 NATO caliber auto-loading rifle, semi-automatic rifle.
This is semi-automatic, yes.
Okay. So I want to ask you, first of all, semi-automatic, what does that term indicate?
Semi-automatic indicates that with each pull of the trigger, a single round or single cartridge will fire, meaning that as the firearm is charged, loaded, ready to fire, if you pull the trigger, one will fire. You'll release the trigger, another round will be loaded into the chamber during that cycle of fire, and the trigger must be pulled again for it to fire again.
Okay. And this type of firearm is fed from a box-style magazine?
Yes.
And you're pointing to an area, is that known as the magazine well?
That is, yes.
Is that where the magazine would be placed?
It is, yes.
Okay. Now, was this firearm submitted to you with a magazine?
It was not.
Did you test fire utilizing magazines that you maintain within your laboratory?
That is correct, yes.
And did it function the way it was supposed to function?
It did, yes.
The way it's designed to function?
Yes.
Does that firearm have an external manual safety
It does.
lever on it? Okay. So if you want to stand over here to get closer to the jury, just as long as you point it in a safe direction, I know it's clear. I would like for you to demonstrate to the jury how that firearm would be loaded and charged and ready to be made to fire it.
So with this type of firearm, you would take and you would load the unfired rounds of ammunition into the magazine, which would then be inserted into the magazine well here. Then we would take, this is called the charging handle. This would be pulled rearward, opening up, strip a cartridge from the top of the magazine and load into the chamber, which is in the inner part right here. Once this is fully closed with a round in the magazine, the firearm is ready to fire as long as the safety is off. And then you will pull the trigger, the firearm will fire, the pressures will send the bolt area here rearward, extracting and ejecting the cartridge case from the firearm, and the forward motion will then again strip another unfired round from the magazine and load it into the chamber.
When you fire the gun, the bolt you're talking about, or the bolt carrier group, does it impact this top portion of the stock of the gun?
There is an inner part in here that contains a spring that the gas pressure from this firearm, as the gas travels down and back up the top part of the firearm here, it will condense the spring, and as it's fully condensed to the rearward, then that pressure from the spring will push it back forward to reclose the bolt carrier group to ready the firearm for another round.
When the firearm's fired, does it eject the fired cartridge case?
Yes.
Where would that come out?
It would come out from the port right here.
Okay.
As it's open, it will come out the port here.
All right. Now, turning the weapon around, and maybe I can hold it for you, you can show the jury. Can you show the jury where the safety lever is on this?
So on this firearm, this is what is considered the safety lever.
Go ahead.
This is the safety lever, so in this condition it is safe, and as it is switched, it is in the fire condition now.
Is this an AR style rifle or AR platform rifle?
That is generally what it's called, yes.
Okay, all right. You can just keep your position there, and I'm going to show you states, your number 9, which is states 57, I believe. Make sure. Yes. This is going to be your item 9, states 57. Oh, and I did want to ask you, when you finished your work on this case, did you place a zip tie through the magazine well and the ejection port?
Yes, we place a zip tie there to indicate that it is in a clear manner upon return.
Okay. And obviously that's the trigger, correct?
Yes, that part of the firearm is the trigger.
All right. This may be difficult to see, so I'm going to leave it up to you to see if you can hear it. You want me to hold that back?
Stay. And the firearm is clear on this one as well.
Okay. All right. This is your item 9, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And I didn't ask you on the other firearm, but did you leave individual markings or markings of your own on here where you indicated your FDLE number and maybe other markings?
Yes, I indicate the associated agency number. I remember my initials on the firearm.
Okay.
It should be in the same location on that firearm as well.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, this firearm, is that also an AR platform weapon?
Yes.
Same type of fire mechanism?
Yes.
The magazine feeds in the same way?
It does, yes.
In the same area?
Yes.
And it ejects a shell casing when it fires, like the other weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Does this weapon have a stock on it?
So it does not have the traditional stock. It has just the buffer tube.
Okay. And does this weapon have the same manual safety as the other weapon?
It does have the same type of safety here on the side of the firearm as well.
All right, let's get up here if we can. Is it okay, Your Honor, if I get a little closer to the jury?
Sure.
Okay. If you want to walk over here, Ms. Drew. So we see a similar lever here. Okay. So when it's in this horizontal position, is it in a safe position like the other firearm?
It is, yes.
And then you indicated to push it up to 90 degrees to fire?
That is correct, yes.
All right. Now, does this weapon have another function?
Yes.
Okay. And if you push that lever all the way 180 degrees, it goes to another position?
That is correct.
All right. So I'm going to talk about the standard fire position.
Okay.
All right. Is this, in that mode, is it a semi-automatic firearm?
It is, yes.
And that would be the same function as the other rifle?
That is correct, yes.
One round is fired for each trigger pull.
That is correct.
All right. When the lever is pushed into the 180-degree position, does that result in a different type of firing system?
Yes, so in that position, during my testing, I determined that it has what's called a binary trigger, meaning with the pull of a trigger, a round will fire, and then the release of the trigger will fire another round of ammunition.
So in essence, when you pull the trigger and let it go, you're getting 2 rounds.
That is correct.
What is this item?
So that is what's considered a cartridge case catcher. It's an attachment that can be placed on a firearm in order to collect the cartridge cases as they're ejected from the firearm, because it sits right over where that port where they would eject from.
Is it commonly called a brass catcher?
It can be, yes.
Have you heard that term?
I have, yes.
All right. And are these devices that you see, are they common?
I've seen them a handful of times in my casework.
Okay. And how many times have you examined AR-style platform firearms?
Probably about 100 times.
Okay. And you've only seen this a handful of times?
That's correct.
Okay. This marking here, "Don't tread on me," is that something that you have seen on other firearms?
That's just additional marking on it. It's not relevant to what we do.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You can return to the witness stand. So item 9, the weapon we were just looking at with the brass catcher, did you also test fire that firearm?
I did.
And did you utilize a laboratory magazine?
I did.
So no magazine came with that?
That is correct.
And that firearm, what is its chambered caliber?
For that firearm, the item 9 was the 300 Blackout caliber firearm.
And is that what you fired at it?
It is.
Did it function the way it was designed to function?
In the sense of, yes, it fired semi-automatic in the upward position, and then this one had the additional area for the selector switch.
Okay. So let me ask you, with both of these weapons, are they designed to expel a projectile under the force of an explosive?
Yeah.
And that's what you basically talked about earlier, where if the primer is hit by the firing pin, it ignites the powder, and then the expanding gases of that ignition and that pressure sends the bullet down the barrel.
That is correct, yes.